EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson, first play, going to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A
couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go use a cliche. Stay ahead of the chains, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens 7, Jets nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Good. 551. 551.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Look at this Baltimore defense. And they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Don't jump. Ready?
Fields now to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Wester on the return. Found good room to run there with returns it 14 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got to stop CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The Ravens at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Jackson now. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with second and a couple. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
86 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Jackson going to keep it. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Ravens 14, Jets nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. That'll be a pick up of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
331.
Now Fields. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Fields. Caught. It's Wilson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To the air again, Fields. There's Trimble, the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
There's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And he is out up around the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
See, Ren. Let's go. Hey! What? Hey!
Trying the right side with Mitchell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun, Jackson. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
Ryan Wright.
And here's Ryan Wright now, standing just outside his own goal line. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Here's Fields. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the 44-yard line, here's second and a couple.
You got to, here we go. 319, gets that.
Back to throw, Fields. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's second and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
Here's Fields. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down,
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Go.
On play action, Fields. Throw right side is complete on the diving effort. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
They'll run with Hall. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
One more time with Hall. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete.
To just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Here we go.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial off the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Extend. Hey, can.
A final shot before the break. Fields. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold the lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Hall. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now it's Fields. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson going deep for Walker. It's caught inside the 25. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 29 yards. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. And stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Looking to put a drive together.
Extend. Here we go. Good. Angel. Hey, can.
Fields now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good, hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
180.
Once again, it's Mitchell. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it is caught. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0.
28. Jets, nothing. Ryder Loop to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. Fields. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd down and 1.
Hey, pitch. Here we go. 11. Hey, 10.
Back to throw. Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Fields. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 28 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
No mas, no. Green 19.
Fields throwing again. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 2nd and 10.
Easy. Here we go.
Now Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tied game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
There he goes, right side. Breece Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 71 yards. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Set to kick off.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another run to Mitchell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On the draw, here's Mitchell. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Here we go.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 21-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Off play action, Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
4th down, Fields has to have this one. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On first down, it's a run with Ali. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the Jets' 21-yard line.
2-1, ready? 180.
And they'll run it here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Ravens, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.